Hey, good evening or good morning, everybody, depending on how you look at it. This is my Monday Night Raw review, the post Raw, or the post Wrestlemania 27 Raw that took place tonight, 24 hours after WrestleMania, and or a little over 24 hours, I should say. But anyway, I have to say that this was well, I can't really say much about Raw tonight because I recorded it, but unfortunately, I didn't get to watch all of it because basically I was working on my on working on one of my family's online homework assignments. I was helping them out anyway. Is what I was doing. I was working and helping them out with it. So I recorded it, but I didn't, see most parts. But from what I understand, just looking back at it, but back at the recorded version, we started off with Triple H coming down and basically talking about his match with the Undertaker, saying that he gave Undertaker everything he had, and that he thanked the Undertaker for a phenomenal match, even though he couldn't get the job done, and he ended up becoming the 19th victim. Uh, then I guess we had Jack Swagger take on Jerry Lawler. Basically, what happened is Michael Cole came out and basically said he was thinking of giving Lawler a rematch, but he kind of goaded Lawler in and saying, "Oh yeah, you're going to get a rematch, but it's going to be against Jack Swagger from last week." So Swagger ends up beating Lawler by tap out, but then the decision gets reversed because Swagger won't release the hold. Michael Cole ends up throwing barbecue sauce on JR, and JR chases him out of the arena. And then we come back, and Josh Matthews, Booker T, and Michael Cole are calling the action. So I don't know what the purpose was for JR to be on there tonight. If he was just going to be on there for like maybe 30 minutes, hopefully he'll be back again. My guess is they are going to do a Lawler Cole rematch. It'll probably end up being at Extreme Rules, maybe. I'm not really sure. I just got that feeling, and if not, hopefully it might be SummerSlam, but I'm thinking it's going to be Extreme Rules. The second match of the night was a tag team match between Rey Mysterio and Randy Orton taking on CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. Very good tag team match, decent tag team match. This is basically what WWE to me needs to work on with the tag teams. Even if they're just put together, they need to give tag team matches a good amount of time, and they gave this one a good amount of time. And Mysterio and Orton do win. Mysterio hits the 619 on Cody, and Cody after that ends up running into an RKO by Randy Orton. So there you go on that one. Then then the other match we had that night, it was Alberto Del Rio against Evan Bourne. Basically, Alberto Del Rio destroyed Evan Bourne in this match, so Del Rio at least got a little bit of his heat back, not much. What else? Oh yeah, we had the United States Championship match between Sheamus and Daniel Bryan as the main event. The main event as far as wrestling matches go. And Sheamus won. And at the end, we saw the debut of Sin Cara, a.k.a. Mystico, um, finally on Raw. So I guess he's going to be on Raw right now as we speak. That could all change. And, everybody's wondering what his first program is going to be with, who he's going to be with, who he's going to feud with first. It looks like it's going to be Sheamus. So I guess in a way they want to try to push him up there real quickly. And Mystico, I'll tell you this, or Sin Cara, I can tell you this, can really go. There's no doubt about it. I mean, he hits a Hurricane Rana on Sheamus, very unique, very fast-paced Hurricane Rana, and then he just goes up to the top rope and dives onto the outside onto Sheamus. And the height he got was amazing. I'll be honest, I had not seen anybody get that high since Mysterio did it. Honestly, Mysterio was gets a little higher, used to get as high as that, but not anymore. So that's unbelievable. And I think that's about it. We had Stone Cold come out with the Tough Enough cast, and and at least I'll give WWE credit about the Tough Enough deal. They're letting Stone Cold acknowledge the fact that some of their competitors are veterans of the ring, but only on the independent circuit, like Matt and like this Matt guy and this other girl I can't think of a name is, and so at least they're giving them some credit as to saying, hey, this person's been in the ring that long, but they haven't really been pushed to the limit or trained as hard as they're going to be. And then the Miz came out, and either I was hearing things, folks, but I'm pretty sure I heard the Miz getting cheered, getting one of the biggest pops of the night. And the reason he got one of the biggest pops of the night was because later on, I think John Cena confirmed this, Miz gained everybody's respect at WrestleMania. So I think everybody's realizing that, hey, we may not like The Miz, but we got to respect what he's done, and maybe by respecting what he's been able to do, remain as champion, maybe that'll help out. The only thing I think is holding Miz back from really being one of those heels that you love to hate, you love to cheer for. I think one of the things holding him back is not Alex Riley. No. What's holding him back is Michael Cole cheering for him all the time. That's what's holding him back. And then throughout the night, they've been hyping and talking about Rock, John Cena calling out Rock. Well, that does happen. John Cena comes out, gives his respect, shows respect, says, Miz, I may not like you. You may annoy me. Hopefully I won't have to face you again, but you did earn respect. And then he calls out The Rock, and Rock comes out. And Rock has to acknowledge the fact that he has to correct John Cena by saying, hey, I do respect you and everything you've accomplished, but I just don't like you. So from there, John Cena says, so basically what happens is that John Cena finally says, well, you know what? You say it's time to give the people what they want. Well, listen to the people. What they want is a match between us. So, okay. Rock at first kind of asked John Cena if he knows what he's getting into. John Cena says he does. And the match is agreed upon is basically agreed upon and made. But get this, ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know by now, the match is agreed and made, but it's not made and agreed upon for Extreme Rules. It's not made for the June pay-per-view afterwards, or the pay-per-view later on in May, which follows that. It's not made for Money in the Bank. It's not even made for SummerSlam, folks. All the pay-per-views that follow WrestleMania for the rest of this year, the match is not made for either one of them. Not even SummerSlam or Survivor Series or even the Royal Rumble. Nope. All the pay-per-views that follow for the rest of this year and the first two that begin next year, this match will not occur on any one of those. No. Instead, it will occur at WrestleMania 28 in Miami, Florida. It's true, folks. WrestleMania 28 is where Rock will take on John Cena one-on-one. And this is kind of an historic situation for WWE. It's an historic situation for, I think, the entire wrestling community, the whole YWC community, the whole IWC community. Historic situation for guys like Dave Meltzer, Richard Gray, Jeff Meacham, Noah Adonis, J-Dub, Off the Ropes Show. It's an historic moment for all of them who like to talk about wrestling like I do and probably have more insight on it. But it's sort of a historic moment for everybody, from wrestling fans, marks, insiders, reporters, spoilers, if you will. It's a huge historic moment because never once has a wrestling company, doesn't matter if it's been WCW, doesn't matter if it's been ECW, Doesn't matter if it's TNA. Doesn't matter if it's Ring of Honor. Doesn't matter if it's CZW. Doesn't matter if it's an event in Japan, a promotion in Japan, or in Europe, or in Mexico. Not one promotion anywhere, from what I know of, has ever booked their main event, or at least one of the main event matches, for the biggest show of the year, their Super Bowl, if you will, 1 year in advance. It's never happened, folks, and it's happening now. But it's happening now. The match was agreed upon and made on Raw. It's happening, and it will take place at WrestleMania 12. Now a lot of people probably are thinking why. They're thinking and asking, why do this? Why make us wait? You bring Rock back on the 28th, or I think it was the 28th. Not the 28th. The 14th, I believe. Right. You bring The Rock back on the 14th. Right. I think that's when it was, on February 14th, and for over a month, almost going on 2 months now. You had him going almost on 2 months now. You've had him trash talking back and forth with John Cena. You've had him get physical with John. You had John Cena get physical with him a week ago on Raw. You had him get physical with John Cena at WrestleMania. And you have them meet face to face tonight, and yet you're not going to have the match is not going to take place until WrestleMania 28. And again, this is something that a lot of people don't know why they just don't do it sooner. Why don't they just wait for another couple of months and do it at SummerSlam? Or at least wait till Survivor Series and do it? Why make us wait another year? Well, folks, I'll tell you why. It's called anticipation. You see, they know that despite all the matches that they will have for the rest of the year on all the other pay-per-views, Extreme Rules, Over the Limit, Money in the Bank, Night of Champions, all these other pay-per-views, Hell in a Cell, TLC, like I said, all these other pay-per-views that they'll be having for the rest of the year. In fact, if I can look online here for a second. If I can look online here for a second on my iPod. I'm trying to figure out the list of the pay-per-views so I don't forget about them. But like I said, I know Extreme Rules is on May 1st. So, and I apologize if this video goes into 2 parts. Right now, I don't have the extension yet anymore. But anyway, like I said, all the pay-per-view events this year and the 2 starting off next year, none of those will have Rock Cena. Nope, it'll be WrestleMania 28. Now you think, again, why do it a year in advance? Why make us wait a year? Like I said, it's called building anticipation. You see, whether you like Michael Cole or not, he basically pointed out the fact that this is one of the biggest matches, if not the biggest match, in WWE history and in WrestleMania history. So, that is why, ladies and gentlemen, it's being done a year in advance. It's basically, again, ladies and gentlemen, it is basically the reason they did it tonight is to build anticipation. I mean, when tickets go on sale this fall, they know that they're going to probably have those tickets